Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Goal Show. Welcome to Season 6, Episode 27 here on a lovely day after some amazing, astounding, prolific, fantastically basketball. That's basketball? Okay, no, that's not the said, but yes, after some nice football we had this past week and weekend. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Welcome watching on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. Excuse me, I messed up my intro, but yes, welcome watching on everything. Hey, you're cool. I don't know. Yes, everybody, let me first introduce you to my co-host to the show. First, he's a fan of Juventus. How are you doing, Mr. Rino? Bye-bye.
I just got tackled by my dog not that long ago, but I'm doing good.
That's cool. We need to hear about your fetish, but that's fine. Yes,
thank
moving
you.
on to don't agree to that. Moving on to our next co-host of the show. He's a fan of Bayern München. How are you doing, Mr. Typical German guy?
I'm doing great. How about you, host?
As great as a top 8 Champions League finishing club can feel at the moment. I can get an amen to that. Jawohl. Wir sind the best in Europa. Okay, sorry. Okay, well, everybody. Likewise. Okay, well, everybody, thank you and welcome watching the show. Let us first get into the first segment of the show, which is indeed the breaking news going on in world football with the world football's breaking news. So nice, I said it twice. Yes, let's first get into it. So, the first breaking news is indeed about Sergio Ramos. That consortium enters exclusively talks over a £400 million takeover of La Liga club. And yes, and led by Sergio Ramos, entered into a period of exclusivity to talk over his boyhood club, Sevilla. So Ramos's group are now in a 3-month period of negotiation, and due to diligence, they may look to complete a £400 million move. And yes, Sevilla are currently sitting 12th in La Liga table, although there's just 3 points clear of relegation zone, having only won 7 of the 21 games so far, losing 11. The Spanish club are in major need of investor and financial problems that are crippling them at the moment. It seems that Ramos, who came to their academy and played for them at the beginning and the end of a hugely successful career, could save them. And yes, it's understood that they've been talking to him for a while now, and that it could possibly happen more on the bad side than on the good side. And he does have the experience of actually going with them and picking out the players, especially when he came to the club. He was able to help them do even better. So, hey, you never know. Ramos could own Sevilla. That'd be bloody crazy if he could. But hey, very, very, very cute and cool. Okay, Mr. Reguinho, 1 or 2 words about Mr. Ramos owning Sevilla, possibly.
I like the idea of former players owning clubs and then having a rivalry, as opposed to former players being managers and having a rivalry.
Okay.
I think that would be a little more intense.
You like the way
they could be like,
You like the way he's sticking his tongue out right now on screen?
Yes, I do. But I think that would be a little more intense because, let's say Messi's like, I could just buy your team and then you work for me.
Yeah.
Instead of just like bantering on the sidelines.
Messi to buy Madrid. Oh, crazy.
He should.
Oh, be crazy. Okay, lovely. Okay, Mr. Typical German guy. 1 or 2 words about Ramos possibly getting Sevilla.
I think we can expect to see an exponential increase in the number of red cards Sevilla receives in the next season in La Liga.
There we go. We love this. Red card FC. Only red jerseys, actually. Okay, love yourself. Another guest on the show who's a fan of Atletico Madrid, and his name is Paulinho. I don't know. What do you think, mate, of Ramos buying Sevilla? That would be very cool.
He's going to be competing with and against his former clubs.
Very good. Very tactical. We like that. Okay, love yourself, everybody. Let's now move on to the next breaking news. So the next breaking news is indeed about 2 Chelsea fans in Naples for Champions League clash taken to the hospital as a club release statement after they were stabbed. And yes, 2 Chelsea fans have been taken to hospital with the 9 life-threatening injuries after incident in Naples. The club has confirmed. Chelsea are preparing for the Champions League final game, not final, but Champions League game phase Clash, well, they were taking on Serie A champions Napoli on Wednesday night. However, the build-up to the match was been outshadowed by an unsavory incident in the Italian city. The club published this statement. The club is aware of an incident that took place on Tuesday evening in Naples. Two fans are treating and having non-life-threatening injuries in the hospital, and the club is to remind all supporters to exercise extreme caution whilst in the city and take note of the advice shared ahead of this fixture. And at this stage, it is not clear what happened in the incident or who the perpetrators were behind the injuring of the Chelsea fans were. The club has strongly advised Chelsea fans traveling to Napoli to not walk alone like Liverpool around the city and on the day of the match. And yeah, very interesting. I mean, hey, what you gonna do? Italy is like, I don't know what I'm gonna say. Naples is, yeah, sure. Naples is a Chicago of Italy. Don't quote me on that. I absolutely have no idea about Naples or any gangs. If I'm not gang affiliated, all right. Okay, Mr. Ligrigino. One or two words about the Chelsea fans that got shivved in the hood of Italy? That's not correct. Don't quote me on that.
I'm definitely quoting you on that.
Fantastic.
I hope they're okay. You
Okay.
never like to see anybody get injured because of football.
There we go. We love that. Tell us your own stuff. All right. Next, this typical German guy. One or two words about the Napoli people that stabbed the Chelsea fans.
Yes, always beware of the Napoli ultras. Those guys are absolutely insane.
That's true. They got Maradona with them at all times. Oof. All right. Mr. Polino, one or two words about the Chelsea fans that were shivved by the Famalams in Napoli.
Not very nice of them to try to send them to a Maradona meet and greet.
Mr. Polino,
That's wild.
I wasn't
Crazy.
familiar with your game. Damn, this guy's good with it. All right. It's a joke, by the way, everybody. Just, okay. All right, let's move on to the next breaking news before we get cancelled. Just kidding, that won't happen. Yes, moving on to the next breaking news. So, Tottenham won. They're slipping into a relegation battle ahead of brutal schedule. And yes, with 15 games remaining, Tottenham Hotspur find themselves at risk of doing the unthinkable, being relegated from the Premier League. That's damning outcomes where the panel fear for potential season-defining fixtures as well too. The Spurs have won just 2 of the last 14 league fixtures, and recent 2-2 draw at Burnley, making them winless in the last 5. They sit 14th in the table, 8 points adrift of the bottom 3 during their dismissal debut season with under pressure manager Thomas Frank. And Europa League glory helped them make up for the 17th place finish at the end of last season, their lowest top flight standing in 48 years. But further silverware in the upcoming months appears unlikely. Their current league position could take a future hit. So Man City, Manchester United, and Newcastle and North London rivals Arsenal are their next 4 opponents in a nightmare run. And after falling to beat Brentford, Sunderland, Bournemouth, West Ham, and Burnley inside Spurs believe that the risk is possibly going down. But isn't it funny that they actually qualified for a top 8 finish in the Champions League? So hey, bloody good for them. I mean, why not? They've won 9 games in their... they won 8 Champions League games. Something like that. I don't know. I just know they've made more points in the Champions League than they have in the Premier League. So that's fantastic. All right. Mr. Reguinho, one or two words about Tottenham doing good in Champions League and doing poor in the Premier League.
We've seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
They'll win when it matters. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's true. They'll be City, of course. I mean, it wouldn't be surprised though. Okay, lovely stuff. Mr. Typical German guy. One or two words about Tottenham doing a little stinky at the moment with Mr. Thomas Frankie, the engine.
What Tottenham can't seem to comprehend is that no matter who you put at the helm, no matter who you buy from other teams, especially Bayern Munich, it's not going to change anything if you don't change the entire culture of the club, which is exactly what Man United is slowly starting to realize as they're coming to some sort of success now. So unless they change the culture of the club and they create a winning formula from the youth system up, they're going to continue in this way. If they get relegated, then it's just been a long time coming.
Mm-hmm. All I gotta say is that, inshallah, Tottenham Hotspur convert, and you will be with me, Habibtis. You'll be fine. That's the culture I want. All right, moving on to the next guest, Mr. Paulinho. My 2 words about Tottenham Hotspur doing a mad thing in the club Ligue. Very sad ding ding.
No words.
Damn, it's deep, very deep. Okay, love yourself. Let's move on to the next breaking news. Oh, this is a bloody good one. So the next breaking news is indeed about Benfica goalkeeper scores in last minute to keep Champions League dream alive and sends Jose Mourinho wild. And yes, Benfica goalkeeper Antonelli Trubin scored a spectacular last gasp header to keep his side Champions League dream alive against Real Madrid. And yes, heading into the last seconds of the final league phase match, the Portuguese giants Benfica 3-2 up and needed another goal to qualify for the competition's knockout stage playoffs. And yes, the Benfica's hero came in the most unlikely form as their goalkeeper Trubin charged forward for a last gasp free kick. The Ukrainian climbed highest to put it 4-2 up, sparking pandemonium for Jose Mourinho's side, whose been spilled onto the pitch to celebrate with their stopper, whilst closest rivals Marseille, suffering a 3-0 defeat, saw Benfica leapfrog them into 24th place in the league phase table to cut off points from the round of 16 playoffs, and also proved damning defeat for Real Madrid, who fell out of the top 8 to miss out on automatic qualifications in the round of 16. Wow, very, very crazy. I know there was a couple of people on this show watching this live, and I'm sure they were going as mad as I was because I was going a bloody mad. Oh my god, it was rotten. It's rotten. All right, lovely stuff. Mr. Reguinho, I just want to hear, give me one word about your thoughts on this goal.
Football heritage.
Okay, that's 2. That's fine. Yeah, I'll give it 2 words. Okay, this is typical January. 1 or 2 words for this absolutely astounding final, the Champions League.
I have to say it was one of the craziest match days we've had in a while. And being able to witness the goalkeeper go live for Benfica was something extraordinary.
There we go. And as you said when we were texting about this, you don't think you've ever seen a goalkeeper goal head?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, in all seriousness, I think I've only seen it in highlights or heard about it because I think one of the more famous ones I can think of would have been Dwight Howard's goal for Everton. Mm-hmm. But you just don't really hear about it that often. And so to actually see it live and actually work was something special.
Imagine being in that bloody stadium at that time. Oh my days, that would have been mad.
Yeah, no, there was quite a few people that were actually at the match commenting on the videos of the goal, and I'm like, man, so lucky. I would have switched places with you immediately.
Lucky people. Okay, love yourself. Mr. Paulinho, 1 or 2 words about this outstanding, fantastical goalkeeper strike. Didier Drogba-esque would be proud of.
Golazo.
Damn, that is very true. It is indeed a golazo. Okay, love yourself. We can now move on to the lovely next set of breaking news. So the next breaking news is indeed about 2 Premier League stars and managers slapped with bans for Senegal versus Morocco AFCON chaos. And yes, Senegal's Iliman Ndiaye and Ismaili Sarr have been hit with a 2-match ban for the role in AFCON final chaos earlier this month. So manager Pape Thiaw has been slapped with a 5-month suspension for unsporting conduct in the game against Morocco. And indeed, as well, it comes in the Confederation of African Cup of Football hands out a severe punishment following the 2 incredible drama of January 18th. Senegal boss Thiaw ordered his players to leave the pitch after Morocco awarded a controversial penalty. Play was also paused for 17 minutes, and we were talking about all this type of stuff. But we can also talk about for the actions on and off the pitch in Rabat. CAF have also stepped on the pitch to punish those involved in the chaos. And it's nice to know that everybody as well too did get bans as well too. So Morocco was also punished as well too. So Morocco forward is Ismail Sabri, the guy who was man marking the bloody goalkeeper who was holding the towel for Edouard Mendy, has been banned for 3 matches and fined $100,000 for his involvement. And Ashraf Hakimi has also been suspended for 2 games too. with one of those matches being suspended for 12 months instead of 2 games. So, Moroccan Football Federation has also appealed for the result to be overturned after Senegal left the pitch. However, the bid was dismissed by CAF's disciplinary board, and the Moroccan Football Federation was also fined $200,000 for the conduct of the ball boys after they tried to steal the towel from Benjamin Mendy, Edouard Mendy. So yeah, very, very funny. Yeah, no impact on the World Cup for these two teams, and I mean, yeah, shock. They want them. Okay, lovely, lovely stuff. All right, Mr. Riguinho, 1 or 2 words about these lovely punishments that both teams got.
This is football. To be honest, I would do the same.
I love that. Love that for you. Okay, Mr. Triple German guy, 1 or 2 words about this lovely little punishment that both teams got.
I think, given the situation, that it's a decently fair settlement overall. Because what Morocco did was certainly frowned upon and ultimately disrupted the match. But at the same time, you have to punish the fact that Senegal did walk off the field for a lengthy period of time as well. So it's sad to see in the modern game, but unfortunately, at the end of the day, people have emotions, and in that scenario, a lot of people allow their emotions to get the best of them.
Yeah, fairs, mate. Fairs. Okay. Last but not least, Mr. Paulinho, 1 or 2 words about lovely little Moroccan Senegal getting slapped with a nice little booty belt. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't
know. Punish them.
Yes, there we go. Punishment.
Yes.
Okay, we can move on. Sorry. I don't know. All right, everybody, we can now move on to the next breaking news of the show, which is the last breaking news of the show. Yay! So, the last breaking news of the show is indeed about Jurgen Klopp set to return to Liverpool with a new job along club legend. And yes, Jurgen Klopp will return to Liverpool dugout to face one of his former clubs and charity match this year. Clickbaited, you guys. The former Red Boss has been confirmed as an assistant manager for the match between Liverpool legends and Borussia Dortmund legends. And yes, indeed, Klopp will join Sir Kenny Dalglish. I did not say that right. Dalglish, there we go. On touchline alongside a fellow club legend Ian Rush and John Aldridge. The match will be played at Anfield on Saturday, March 28, to raise money for LFC Foundation. As a club official's charity partner, the organization named Klopp as an honorary ambassador after stepping down as a manager in 2024. Liverpool and Dortmund share several connections which have been formed across their storyhood. Oh, for a long time. Nice. Among them is traditional redemptions of You'll Never Walk Alone by home supporters. Very, very cute. All right, but yeah, that's going to be cool. I mean, yeah, this is definitely clickbaiting me as well too, and I'm sure I clickbaited everybody, but hey, nice to see that Jurgen Klopp will be a manager for Liverpool. Once again, I'm sure he is going to be happy since his team won't be dealing with Darwin Mayonnaise. Nunez. Yeah, cool. Right, love yourself. Mr. Riguinho, 1 or 2 words about Mr. Jurgen Klopp returning to manage Liverpool.
Only he can. I feel like only certain managers can manage Liverpool, and he's definitely one of them. I don't know who else could come back or step up to manage Liverpool the way he has.
Fair. Very true. Very true. Okay. Mr. Typical German guy, 1 or 2 words about Mr. Jurgen Klopp managing Liverpool again.
I think it's a very nostalgic experience, but in a lot of ways a very sore talking point for a number of Liverpool fans given the current form the club is going through. So I'm sure they'll enjoy the afternoon with, and afterwards will be thinking to themselves, oh wait, Arne Slot is the manager, not Klopp.
Yep, very true. Very true. They'll be sad. Okay, and Mr. Paulinho, last but not least, 1 or 2 words about Jurgen Klopp managing Liverpool for the last time ever.
I'm sure they would love that.
Oh, very cute. Love that. Okay, well, everybody, that was indeed the breaking news segment of the show. Let's now move on to the next lovely little segment, and I have to find the music that goes along with this as well too, because we all have to get in the mood sometimes. Not like that, but you know what I mean. So.
Just when you think he's done everything, he comes up with something even more special.
All right, yes, that was a good button. Okay, we can now press this lovely little button. So yes, Let's get into the next segment, which is indeed the transfer talks. Lovely, lovely. Let's talk about the most recent transfers in the January 2026 window. So the first one is indeed about Timo Werner going from Leipzig to San Jose Earthquakes in California. Good for him. Very happy. Santiago Ascarreabear going from a team called Idelepe to Boca Juniors. Good for him. Another one, Daniel, going from Sunderland to Ipswich Town. James Ward-Prowse going from West Ham United to Burnley. And Abdul Kone going from Stade Rennes to RB Leipzig. Yasin Ozkan going from Aston Villa to Besiktas in Turkey. Neil Maupay going from Marseille to Sevilla. And then Thomas Palacios from Inter Milan to EVLP. Don't know who they are. Then Arthur Maskurkuro and from Sunderland to Lens. Then Akilu Mangala going to a nice little club called Green Petroleum. There's that one up too. Okay, yeah, another one we can talk about is indeed Mr. Ousmane Dembele. Why are you clickbaiting me, mate? John going from Red Bull Bragantino going to Zenit in Russia. Good for him getting that money. They're proud of him. But maybe. Okay, Lucas Paqueta going from West Ham United to Flamengo. That's gonna be good for him. He used to play there. Good for him. Okay, nice little one. Another one is that Mr. Raheem Sterling. His contract has been terminated by Chelsea, so he has to go to another club. So yes, I'm sure so many Chelsea fans have said. Next one, Adama Traore, the tank. Going from Fulham to West Ham United. Good one. Christos Mandas going from Lazio to Bournemouth. Jeremy Sarmiento going from Bournemouth. Brighton to Middlesbrough. Per Lopez going from Wolves to a nice little team called Celta Vigo. Carlos Vicente going from Deportes Alaves to Birmingham. Jonas Omlin going from Borussia Mönchengladbach to Bayern Leverkusen. And yeah. Altela Slaziala. Love that. Hoffenheim to a team that looks so cool that I couldn't even say the name. And yeah, very nice stuff. Tammy Abraham going from Besiktas to Aston Villa. That's from him. Got his hair transplant, going back to England. So proud. Daniel Maldini, the Maldini son, going from Atalanta to Lazio on a nice little loan fee. Another one, Ryan, going from, I know the pirate ship team to Bournemouth. I forgot the name of it, but it looks cool. Another one, Enzo Alves, Mr. Marcelo's son, signing his first professional contract for Real Madrid as a striker. Maybe that can fix their problem. I really hope so.
Yeah, they need to get Endrick back.
I agree. Yazir Asprilla going from Girona to Galatasaray. Anes Belmetti going from Bristol City to Ipswich Town. And yeah. And then Thomas Baldazinzi going from Roma to Genoa. Nani going to play football again. He's 39. I believe he's going to Russia, maybe. Harry Amas going from Manchester United to Norwich City. That's yes. And then Dro Fernandez, the 18-year-old superstar for Barcelona, going from Barcelona to Paris Saint-Germain. Wanted the money. Guido Rodriguez going from West Ham United to Valencia. Very good for him. Very proud of him. Okay, yeah. Lovely little stuff.
Who's Dro's agent?
Do
you think that would be his father? I want to know if that decision was influenced by his family or like if his agent is actually separate from his family.
Probably. Honestly, I believe it. Okay. Lovely little stuff. That was indeed the transfer talks. And we can now move on to the next league. And I'm going to press this button. Let's press this button.
I think we have to save Jumanji.
It's not football related. I'm going to press this button.
That is sensational.
There we go. All right. We can now move on to the next segment of the show, which is indeed the top 5 leagues in Europe standings and results. We're going to first start with the first league, which is indeed the Premier League. So let's get into it, lads. So the standings in the Premier League say this at the moment. First place is Arsenal. Second is Manchester City. Third is Aston Villa. Fourth is Manchester United. Fifth is Chelsea. Sixth is Liverpool. Seventh is Fulham. Why'd I go to Fulham? Down the table, 18th place is West Ham United, 19th is Burnley, 20th is Wolverhampton Wanderers going down. Oh, that's a wolf. Okay, no furry. Right, the top goal scorers for Premier League at the moment is indeed first, Erling Haaland, with 20 goals for Manchester City. Second is Igor Thiago, with 16 goals for Brentford. And third is Antonio Semenyo with 11 goals for Manchester City. Good up, the big boys doing good big things. Ooh, okay, sorry. All right, match day 23. Let us get into the fixtures. So, first match was indeed West Ham United and Sunderland, 3-1. West Ham United, good result for them, wanting to get out of relegation. Next match, Fulham and Brighton, 2-1. Fulham, good result for them, currently in a nice little 7th place. Next match, Burnley and Tottenham, 2-2. We talked about this in the breaking news. Not the best result for Tottenham, currently in 14th place. Next match, Manchester City and Wolves, 2-0. Good strong win for Manchester City, currently in 2nd place, just 4 points behind Arsenal. Next match, Bournemouth and Liverpool, 3-2. What a bloody result this was for Bournemouth. A great game as well too. And yes, Bournemouth come up on top and winning. Next match, Crystal Palace and Chelsea FC. This was a London derby in South London. Big up the Mandem. All right, it was 1-3 for Chelsea winning away and a red card for Palace B. Naughty. Yeah, good result for Chelsea, finally getting on a run of winning form. Next match, Newcastle United and Aston Villa. 0-2 for Aston Villa. Good stuff from Aston Villa. Another one that I can say have picked up the form as well too, doing better. Next match, Brentford and Nottingham Forest. 0-2 for Nottingham Forest. Good result for them, winning away in London. So good stuff from Nottingham Forest. And then this match was absolutely bloody crazy. Arsenal and Manchester United, 2-3 for Manchester United, beating out Arsenal in London as well too. And what a bloody goal it was from Patrick Dorgu as well too. Wow. Too bad he's injured now, so good luck to United. I don't know what they're going to do with that, but hey, good stuff for Manchester United winning when it counted most. Currently in 4th place. Look at them. Next match, Everton and Leeds United, 1-1 a tie right there. And we can move on. So yes, okay. I can ask first. Mr. Reginio, who is your...
Yes.
Thank you, mate. Who is your Premier League Match Day 23 Player of the Week, mate?
Mateus Cunha for finishing Arsenal off.
There we go. Love that. Yeah, okay. Mr. Paulinho, who is your Premier League Matchday 23 Player of the Week? I did that very high.
Cunha.
Ooh, Cunha. Okay. There we go. All right, Mr. Typical German Guy, who is your Premier League Matchday 23 Player of the Week?
I would have to say Cunha. I feel like for all round performance, if we're being honest. I feel like most of the other results were really more of a team performance, but Cunha really put in a shift for United. So,
damn, generational Arsenal haters over here. Sure, Peter would be happy. Peter is an Arsenal supporter who's been on the show before. He would be crying in his car, just like Ronaldo. Okay, everybody, lovely stuff. That was indeed the Premier League. We now move on to the next league, which is indeed the La Liga. The teams that play in Spain and speak Espanol. Very good. Right, let's get into the standings in La Liga at the moment. First place is indeed Barcelona. Second is Real Madrid. Third is Atletico Madrid. Fourth is Villarreal. Fifth is Espanyol. Sixth is Real Betis. And down the table, 18th place is Mallorca. 19th is Levante. They did not say that right. 20th is Real Oviedo. Good for them going back down. Right, the top goal scorers for at the moment is indeed first Mr. Kylian M. That's right, that should have been louder. My bad. Let's try that again. There you go. With 21 goals for Real Madrid. Second is Vidat Muriqi with 14 goals for Mallorca. And third is Ferran Torres with 11 goals for Barcelona. Good up. These lads doing great stuff. All right, match day 21. Let's get into the results. So, first match was indeed Levante and Elche. Oh, great game. This was 3-2 for Levante, winning out and getting some points equally at 19. Next match, Real Vallecano and Osasuna. 1-3 for Osasuna, doing good, winning away. So, hey, good for them. Next match, Valencia and Espanyol. 3-2, great match again here for Valencia, winning at home, and good stuff for them. Next match, Sevilla and Athletic Bilbao. 2-1 for Sevilla, winning at home. Good for them. Next match, Villarreal and Real Madrid. Those two. And yes, Real Madrid getting some confidence after this win, but it didn't last long. But we'll talk about that later. But yes, good for Real Madrid. Currently in second place, just 1 point behind Barcelona. Next match, Atletico Madrid and Mallorca 3-0 with Atletico Madrid battering Mallorca in Madrid as well too. So good stuff, Atletico Madrid. Currently in third place. Next match, Barcelona and Real Oviedo. Easy match for Barcelona. Mr. Lamine Yamal doing his normal stuff. 3-0 for them in first place. Next match, Real Sociedad and Celta Vigo. 3-1 for Celta Vigo. Just kidding, Real Sociedad. I really got you there. And red card for them being naughty that they won. Next match, Alaves and Real Betis. 2-1 for Alaves winning at home versus Real Betis, currently a 15th place Alaves. Next match, Girona and Getafe. 1-1. That's right there. Move on. Okay, lovely stuff. Mr. Typical German guy. I'm going to ask you first, mate. Who is your La Liga Match Day 21 Player of the Week?
It pains me to say this, but Yamal was actually pretty decent in that match.
Not a big Yamal fan. It's okay. I don't like braces too. They get in the way of everything.
Nein, er ist ein Scheißkopf.
Okay. Mr. Paulinho? Who is your La Liga Match Day 21 Player of the Week? You better say someone from Atletico Madrid or I'm gonna sue you.
That's a good point. We'll give it to Thiago Almada.
Ooh, Thiago Almada. Dude, I remember when he was doing great stuff. Thiago Almada. Love that. Okay. All right, Mr. Reguinho. What about you, mate? Who is your La Liga Match Day 21 Player of the Week?
I am going to say Kylian Mbappe.
Kiki? You're gonna pick Kiki? Love that. Love that Kiki.
Madrid could be doing bad, and he could still score, and they'll still find a way to like scrutinize him.
It's true. We hate the Ninja Turtle hate. Everybody, please stop it. He's a person like we all. Right. Love yourself, everybody. That was indeed La Liga. Gonna move on to the next week, which is indeed the Serie A. They play in Italy and speak Italiano. It's me, Prince's Speech. Okay, that's not what they say. Come on, stop saying that, people. Alright, let's get into the standings in Serie A at the moment. First place is indeed Inter Milano. Second is AC Milano. Third is Roma. Fourth is Napoli. Fifth is Juventus. And sixth is Como. Going down the table, 18th place is Fiorentina. 19th is Verona. And 20th is Pisa. Going down like the tower. It's leading. Okay. Alright, so Serie A top goal scorers for the moment is indeed Lautaro Martinez with 12 goals for Inter Milano. Second is Anselm Djokovic with 8 goals for Como. Great lad. And the tie with him is Christian Pulisic with 8 goals for AC Milano. Yes. Alright, match day 22. Let's get into the match. That was English. To the fixtures. I'm sorry, I'm Laffy. Laffy Taffy. That's a candy in America. Don't eat it, too much sugar. I'm sorry. Alright, first match was indeed Inter Milano and Pisa. I know all of you guys are just laughing at me right now. You know, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Sorry, I'm tickling you.
Okay. Alright, first match, sorry, is Inter Milano and Pisa. Oh, I dropped my hot pocket. That's a meme. Alright, yeah, 6-2 for Inter Milano. Wow, they actually did battering against Pisa. Poor Pisa. Currently, Inter Milano is in first place. Just, wow, they are 5 points ahead of Inter Milano. Next match is Como and Torino. 6-0 for Como battering Torino. This was in Como. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Mamma mia, I can say that respectfully now. But yeah, good for Como. Next match was in the Fiorentina and Cagliari. 1-2 for Cagliari winning away, and good result for them. Currently in a nice little 12th place. Next match, Lecce and Lazio 0-0. Next match, Sassuolo and Cremonese 1-0 for Sassuolo. Good win for them, 11th place. Next match, Atalanta and Parma 4-0 for Atalanta battering Parma. And yes, good stuff for Atalanta currently in a nice little 7th place. They can do better. Next match, Genoa and Bologna 3-2 for Genoa. And yes, beating out Bologna and a red card for Bologna being naughty. They don't like the spanky wankies. And yes, good stuff for Genoa currently in a nice situation. They'll take it better, but they'll take it worse. I can't even say 30th place. There we go. And the next match was the Juventus and Napoli. 3-0 for Juventus, battering Napoli in Turin as well too. Wow. Good stuff for Juventus winning at home. Yes. Next match, Roma and Inter Milano. 1-2-1. A tie right there. Then Verona Udinese. Last match was 1-3 for Udinese, winning away in Verona. And yes, good win for Udinese. Currently nice as 10th place. Alright. Love yourself. Mr. Reginho, I'll ask you first, mate. Who is your Serie A Matchday 22 Player of the Week?
I am going to say the star boy of Juventus, Kenan Yildiz, number 10.
Yildiz, the Turkish Mustafa.
Yeah, he played a solid game that day.
He is great.
And his goal was pretty nice. I like it.
You're pretty nice too.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't get that enough.
Yep, you shouldn't. Okay, moving on to the next guest.
You know what? I'm going to 2-foot you tomorrow.
That's good. All right, Mr. Typical Derby, who is your Matchday 22 Serie A Player of the Week?
I don't know if I could choose a player because I don't follow the league closely enough, but if I were to choose a team...
Say Balotelli and move on. It's fine.
I would say Como.
What?
Yes.
Because, in all seriousness, I don't think they're going to win the league by any stretch of the imagination. But the fact that a team like them has gone from being somebody nobody's heard of to being, right, at least for now, a top 6 team under Fabregas is crazy. It really is, if you think about it. So
it's true, mate. It's true, and it's the fact that they're in like 6th, like they could be in 7, like 6th or 7th. Like which one, 6 or 7? 6, 7.
I'm not getting drawn into that argument.
Ronaldo, Messi, 6, 7, 6, 7. I freaking love this. I love the internet. Okay, yeah. Honestly, shout out to Como. Honestly, beautiful club, beautiful place over there, and also beautiful kit. I bought one myself. Tinky winky. I don't know what that means. It's probably Italian for something cool. But yes, Como, great stuff. And as well, Nico Paz, the Argentinian. I'm sure he's going to be sold. Honestly, actually, no. If Como can keep their players and keep the manager and keep everybody, if Fabregas stays there, if their ownership stays as lovely as they were, like Thierry Henry as well too, he does partial owner. But if they keep everything, they could be competing for Champions League one day, possibly even winning Serie A, but still got some ways to go. I know money comes and goes as well too, but hey, never know. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping. Mr. Paulinho, who is your Serie A Matchday 22 Player of the Week in Italian, please? Because I know you know Italian.
Raspadori.
Raspadori. Love that. Beautiful. Right, love yourself, everybody. That was indeed the Serie A. Okay, now move on to the next league, which is indeed the Bundesliga, where they play in Germany and speak Deutsch in Frankfurt. Right, love yourself. So, the standings of the Bundesliga at the moment say this. First place is indeed Bayern München. Second is Borussia Dortmund. Third is Hoffenheim. Fourth is Leipzig. Fifth is Stuttgart. Sixth is Leverkusen. Down the table, 16 is Mainz. 17 is St. Pauli. And 18 is Heidenheim going down. Top goal scorers for Bundesliga at the moment. See first, Harry Kane with 21 goals for Bayern München. Second is Dennis Undav, 11 goals for Stuttgart. And third is Mikel Olise with 10 goals for Bayern München. Shout out to his lads doing great stuff in the Bundesliga. Right, match day 19. Let's get into the fixture. So, first match was indeed St. Pauli and Hamburg. 0-0. We can move on. Next match is Bayern München and Augsburg. Bayern's first loss of the season to Augsburg. Augsburg did 8, yes, but yeah. Olise almost had a nice little strike in the last minute of the game to title up, but he did not, sadly. So, yeah, it is what it is. Life goes on. Bayern lost the match. They're still 8 points bloody ahead, so, oh no. All right, we can move on. Next match, Heidenheim and Leipzig. 0-3 for Leipzig, winning away. Good for them. Next match, Mainz and Wolfsburg. 3-1 for Mainz, and a good win for them, winning some points. Next match, Leverkusen and Werder Bremen. 1-0 for Leverkusen, currently in 6th place. Could be better. Next match, Eintracht Frankfurt and Hoffenheim. 1-3 for Hoffenheim, winning in Frankfurt. Frankfurt again, defensively self-destructing, I might say so myself, as always. Next match, Union Berlin and Dortmund. 0-3 for Dortmund, winning away. Good stuff for Dortmund. Keeping up with Bayern, if keeping up was running after a train. Next match was indeed Borussia Mönchengladbach and Stuttgart. 0-3 for Stuttgart winning away. Good stuff for them, currently in 5th place. Next match, Freiburg and Köln, 2-1 for Freiburg winning. And yeah, good stuff for them, 7th place. And then yes, match day 16 games were played as well too this past week because there's good games. So SC St. Pauli and Leipzig 1-1, and Werder Bremen and Hoffenheim 0-2 for Hoffenheim winning. Hoffenheim away, and a red card for them being not yeah. And yes, Hoffenheim 3rd place, go for them. All right, lovely stuff. I'm gonna ask first the Deutsche man here. So, typical German guy, who is your Bundesliga Match Day 19 Player of the Week?
So as you know, the only match I watched was Augsburg versus Bayern, and it was bound to happen eventually. So I don't even know why I'm surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know if I could. I feel like there really wasn't, at least in my opinion, I don't really know if there was a standout player from this match week. But I have to say, in all seriousness, that Augsburg actually, they played a good match. They were solid defensively, lethal on the counter. So kudos to them.
Right. One day they'll Augsburg will win the league. I don't. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to shy. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, well, love yourself, Mr. Reginho. Who is your Bundesliga Match Day 19 Player of the Week? Very happy. Okay, I can't hear you again. I think you're having it out of your shoes again. Oh, I'm sure you're crying right now. It's okay. It's fine. Mr. Polino, who is your Bundesliga Match Day 19 Player of the Week, mate?
I'm going to give it to Suzuki for Freiburg.
Ooh, there we go. Suzuki. We like that. Good company. Good brand.
Indeed.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, shout out Suzuki. All right. Lovely stuff, everybody. That was the Bundesliga. And I guess we will never hear from Reginho ever again. All right, let's move on to the last league in Europe, which is indeed the Ligue, which is the league in France, where they speak Francais. Bonjour. Okay. All right. So, Ligue, standings at the moment say this. First place is indeed PSG. I'm happy about that. Second is Lens. Third is Marseille. Fourth is Lyon. Fifth is Lille. And sixth is Rennes going down. Then moving down the table. 16th is indeed Nantes. I messed that up. 17th is Ayo. And 18th is Mayas going down actually out of the league. Right. First place in the top goal scorers for Ligue is indeed Mason Greenwood with 12 goals for Marseille. Second is Joaquin Panagili, 11 goals for Strasbourg. And third is Esteban Lebal, 9 goals for Rennes. Good job for these lads doing great on the pitch. I will not speak. All right. Love yourself. Let's get into the match day 19 fixtures in Ligue 1. So the first match was the AR and PSG. 0-1 for PSG, and great stuff from PSG. Not for them. Next is the Rennes and Lorient. 0-2 for Lorient. And yeah, good stuff for Lorient. Next match, L'Albi and Monaco. A tie right there. Not the best time for Monaco at the moment. Next match was the Marseille and Lens. 3-1 for Marseille. And yes, bringing Lens down when they were beating PSG in first place. But Marseille, you had to mess it up for everybody. It's fine. I guess Marseille can win. Sure. Whatever. 3-1. All right, next one is the Nantes and Nice. 1-4 for Nice. Good stuff for Nice winning away. Next match, Brest and Toulouse. And yes, 0-2 for Toulouse. And yes, Toulouse, Brest. That's great. Good teams. All right, next match was the PSFC and Angers. 0-0. And yes, good stuff for those team that lost. All right, Metz and Lyon played 2-5 for Lyon winning away. Endrick, the absolute goat, got a hat-trick in this one. Good for Lyon and good for Endrick. Next match was the Lille and Strasbourg. 1-4 for Strasbourg winning away. Good stuff for them. Currently is all right, love yourself, Mr. Paulinho. Who is your Ligue 1 Match Day 19 player of the week, mate?
I'm going to give it to Panicelli.
Ooh, what a name. Watch that player. Love yourself. Okay, Mr. Typical German guy. Who is your Ligue 1 Match Day 19 player of the week? I know you watch this all the time.
Every single day.
Yes. Okay, lovely.
To tell you the truth, I think this season the team that surprised me the most though has been Linz.
Mhm.
They're somehow still managing to keep up with PSG and Marseille and these more established clubs. So I'm curious to see how well they do overall come the end of the season, especially with the transfer market and everything. So that's who I would choose as my quote unquote team of the week.
All right, for sure. Love that. Okay, lovely stuff. And I can ask last but not least, Mr. Reguinho, who probably doesn't have audio at all, and I'm just gonna probably say his voice.
Can you
I can hear
hear me?
you. Oh,
Yes? Okay.
Sorry, I
Okay,
just
so
felt something. Okay. What about you, mate? Who is your Ligue 1 nationality player of the week, Mr. Reguinho?
first of all, for Bundesliga, I was gonna say Lucas Vasquez,
Hmm.
the player that Madrid need right now.
True that. IGGY.
And then for this league, I'm gonna say the GOAT Endrick for proving the haters wrong and scoring.
There we go. Love that. Okay. Good stuff. We now move on to the next two leagues that are outside of Europe. Indeed, it is the MLS and Saudi Pro League, with Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi still kicking it about in their mid to late 90s. All right, MLS. It hasn't started yet. It's starting end of February, so good stuff. Excited for that. Messi is playing, and Timo Werner is the other goat to be playing. So let's see what happens there. Saudi Pro League. We'll talk about that a little bit. So yes, Al Nassr is in third place at the moment. I know they haven't played all the games they needed to play, and they probably could be a second place. But yeah, top goal scorers right now for them is Ivan Toney with 18 goals for Al Ali Saudi in first place. Second is Yalin Quanoche with 17 goals for Al Qadisiyah. And third is indeed Cristiano Ronaldo with 16 goals for Al Nassr. Good job for those lads. All right, lovely little stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, that's not good. Press this button, and then press this button. Okay, well, I'm gonna press this button. We now go into the next segment, which is the UEFA competition. We can go ahead and start out with the Champions League, where they play in Champions to speak. So yes, it is now all done and dusted in the Champions League. I'm gonna go ahead and read the current leagues that are qualified straight to the round of 16, teams that are going to the knockout stage, and teams that are out and about. So yes, the teams that are currently qualified straight to the Champions League is indeed the round of 16, actually. But Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Tottenham, Barcelona, Chelsea, Sporting Lisbon, and Manchester City. But on for them straight to the round of 16. Teams that are going to have to play one another for a round into the round of 16 is indeed Real Madrid, Inter Milano, PSG, Newcastle, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Atalanta, Leverkusen, Dortmund, Olympiacos, Club Brugge, Galatasaray, Monaco, Quarterberg, Bodo Glimt, and Benfica. Lovely little stuffy stuff. And to say last but not least, the teams that are out is indeed Marseille, Pafos, Union Saint-Gilloise, PSV, Athletic Bilbao, Napoli, Copenhagen, Ajax, Eintracht Frankfurt, Slavia Praha, and Villarreal, and Kariyad. Yes. Sad times for all those Marseille fans. I know they were breaking the TVs, like I saw some videos. Very sad for them. All right, lovely stuff. I can now say the top goal scorers for Champions League at the moment after the group stage was indeed Kylian Mbappe with 13 goals for Real Madrid, and I have to press this. Second is Harry Kane with 8 goals for Bayern Munich. And third is indeed Erling Haaland with 7 goals for Manchester City. Shout out to the lads doing as they should because they are goal scoring machines. All right, let's get into the UEFA Champions League match day 8 out of 8. That didn't happen, and bloody hell, why is this 7 out of 8? Second. Oh, you know what? I did a little poopsie whoopsie, so I'm gonna go ahead and say Champions League. And don't you worry, I will do this for you guys because I respect everybody. So I will do this for you. All right. So yes, first match was indeed Athletic Club and Sporting Lisbon. lovely stuff that happened indeed there. And I'll tell you what happened because you are very, very suspicious. Yes, 2-3 for Sporting Lisbon and winning away, getting into that top spot for top 8. Liverpool and Quarterberg, 6-0 for Liverpool. And wow, crazy scenes there. And Liverpool, no surprise. Next match was Barcelona and Copenhagen, 4-1 for Barcelona. Good for them. Next match, Monaco and Juventus, 4 from Juventus. Next match, Ajax and Olympiacos, 1-2 for Olympiacos. Great stuff for Olympiacos. Next match, PSG and Newcastle, 1-1. Decent game here in Paris. Next match, Dortmund and Inter Milano, 0-2 for Inter Milano. And yes, good stuff for Inter Milano, winning away in Dortmund. Next match, Napoli and Chelsea. What a match this was, 2-3 for Chelsea. João Pedro doing masterclass stuff. Next match, Eintracht Frankfurt, Tottenham, 0-2. Tottenham, comfortable victory for them in Frankfurt. Next match, Atletico Madrid and Bodo Glimt, 1-2 for Bodo Glimt. Wow, astounding stuff from Bodo Glimt, winning away in Madrid. I'm sure we're going to have some sad people about that. Next match, Bayern Leverkusen and Villarreal, 3-0 for Bayern Leverkusen, beating out Villarreal in Germany as well too. So good stuff from Leverkusen. Next match, Arsenal and Kiryat. Shout out to Kiryat, by the way. Even though Arsenal did win 3-2 at home, Kiryat did put up a fight. They always did put up a fight against some of these teams, so they got the goals. Good for them. Next match, Pafos and Slavia Praha. And yes, 4-1 for Pafos. And a red card for Slavia Praha being naughty. And yes, Pafos, shout out to them, the Cyprus side. And amazing goals that were scored by them as well too. Wow. Next match, Manchester City and Galatasaray, 2-0. Man City, comfortable win for them, beating out Galatasaray. Next match, Club Brugge and Marseille, 3-0 for Club Brugge, beating out Marseille to kick them out of the Champions League, sadly. But yes, Club Brugge, great stuff for them. Next match, Benfica and Real Madrid. 4-2 for Benfica. This was in as well too in Portugal, beating out Real Madrid, and a red card for Real Madrid being naughty. And yes, the goalkeeper, going in the last minute of the game to qualify Benfica for the knockout stages for them in the Champions League. Good for them. Next match, Union Saint-Gilloise and Atalanta, 1-0 for Union Saint-Gilloise. Good win for them. And then the next match was PSV and Bayern Munich. This was indeed in the stadium that we've been to, Mr. Typical German Guy, the Gillette or Philips Stadium, one of them. I don't know. It's a common appliance of an elevator or refrigerator. But yes, 1-2 for Bayern Munich, winning away, and a red card for PSV being naughty. Okay, lovely stuff. I can go ahead and ask Mr. Reginho first. Who was your UEFA Champions League Match Day 8 Player of the Week?
I want to say, I forgot the player's name, but the player that drew the foul that ended up being the set piece for the goal that Benfica had.
Mario Balotelli.
No, because if you see the highlights, or if you were watching the game, that was such a light tackle, but he sold it really well, and that drew the foul, which ended up causing the goal. So I want to shout out to him. I don't know his name, but great acting.
There we go. We love this. Okay, lovely stuff. All right, Mr. Paulinho, who is your UEFA Champions League Match Day 8 Player of the Week?
I'm gonna leave it up to Rigo. Who do you think mine should be?
Erling Haaland.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Yes, fanboy boy. All right, last but not least, Mr. Typical Joe Guy. Who is your UEFA Champions League Match Day 8 Player of the Week?
Jose Mourinho.
Okay.
Oh yes, the special one.
I'm gonna press this.
So if I have a lot to prove, imagine the others.
Boom. What a quote.
I'm just saying his tactical masterclass against Madrid was something to watch.
Agreed.
Because in all seriousness, if you just look at the players that he had at his disposal versus who Arbeloa had at his disposal, and the fact that he still managed to win that match relatively handedly is crazy.
It's we love football so much. Love it so. Well, everybody, that was any Champions League. Can't wait to see what happens in March when we come to the knockout stages. Hey, let's go into the next level little league, which is the Europa League, where they speak Europa and live in Europa. Very crazy. Right. Yes, indeed, Europa League did indeed finish as well too. Let's go ahead and say the teams that made it to round 16, teams that are in the qualification, play one game, with the round of 16, and the teams that are knocked out, sadly. Right, let's get into it. So first is indeed Lyon, Sevilla, Midtjylland, Real Betis, Porto, Braga, Freiburg, and Roma. All the teams that are currently in the round of 16 automatically. Teams that are going to play for one more match into the round of 16 is indeed Genk, Bologna, Stuttgart, Ferry in Hungary, Nottingham Forest, Victoria Pilsen, Red Belgrade, Celta Vigo, PAOK, Lille, Fenerbahce, Olympiacos, Celtic, Ludogorets, Dinamo Zagreb, and Bran. All teams playing one more team to go into the round of 16. Good vote for them. Shout out to Bran. And teams that are currently, sadly, knocked out of the Europa League is indeed Young Boys. Oof, sad out for them. Sad for them. Sturm Graz, FC Steaua Bucharest, Go Ahead Eagles, Feyenoord, Basel, Salzburg, Rangers, Nice, Utrecht, and Malmo, and Mercato Tel Aviv going all down and out of Europa League. Sad for them. All right. Say the top goal scorers for Europa League at the moment. First is Peter Stanic with 7 goals for Ludogorets. Second is Igor Jesus with 6 goals for Nottingham Forest. And third is Anas Zarawi with 4 goals for Olympiacos. Good for these last two. All right. Well, let's get into the fixtures that indeed happened in match day 8 out of 8. You can see it on the screen. Right. First match was the Celtic and Utrecht. 4-2 for Celtic. Got you there. Next was the Stuttgart and Young Boys. 3-2 for Stuttgart. What a game this actually was versus Young Boys. Wow. Next match, Porto and Rangers. 3-1 for Porto. Good job for Porto. Good job for as well too for Mr. Moura, the nice Portuguese youngster. Next is Lyon and PAOK. 4-2 for Lyon, winning against PAOK in the Red Cup, being naughty. Next is Red Belgrade and Celta Vigo. 1-1, a tie there. And then next is Midtjylland and Dinamo Zagreb. Shout out to the Norwegian side getting 2-0 winning, currently in 4th place in Europa. Wow. Next is Go Ahead Eagles and Braga, 0-0. And yes, the Dutch side played the Portuguese sides, and shout out to Braga in the top 8. Next is Nottingham Forest and Ferry, Hungary, 4-0 with Nottingham Forest battering Ferencváros. And yes, sad times for Hungarian side, but they made it anyways through, and Nottingham Forest, yeah, made it through as well. Next match, Real Betis and Feyenoord. 2-1 for Real Betis. Anthony with an absolute stunner of a beautiful chip he had. And yeah, no surprises, Anthony FC. Next match, Ludogorets and Nice. 1-0 for Ludogorets. Shout out to them, doing great. Next match, Mercato Tel Aviv and Bologna. There's 3 for Bologna, battering Tel Aviv as well too. Next match, Lille and Freiburg. 1-0 for Lille. Good stuff from them. Very car for Freiburg being naughty. Next match, Sturm Graz and Bran. 1-0. Sturm Graz winning, but they did get knocked out, and Bran did qualify to go into teams that are going to play one game for qualification. Next match, Aston Villa and Salzburg. What a great game this was. This was in Aston Villa Park. It was 3-2 for Aston Villa, and yeah, shout out to the youngster for Aston Villa. I don't know his name, but it was a striker for them, winning in the last minutes of the match. So yes, next match, Olympiacos and Roma. 1-1. Yes, Roma did a stupid red card, but Olympiacos did decent to keep up with the pressure. Next match, Basel and Victoria Pilsen. There's one for Victoria Pilsen doing great and winning 1-0 away for them. And then next match, Steaua Bucharest and Fenerbahce and 1-1. Yeah, Pilsen from Romanian side actually hasn't been doing the greatest side in this Europa League, but hey, they got time. Next is Genk in Malmo. 2-1 for Genk, winning against Malmo as well too. So good job for Genk winning. Right, lovely stuff. I can go ahead and ask you lads. I'll ask first to Mr. Typical German Guy. Who is your UEFA Europa League player of the week?
Honestly, I feel like Anthony had a pretty decent game for Betis. So I'll just go with Anthony.
Love that. Right, Mr. Paulinho. Who is your UEFA Europa League match player 8 of the week?
It's Anthony.
As it should be, always. Right, Mr. Lovely Paul. Mourinho. Who is your match of the week? 8.
I think we can all agree that the GOAT Anthony gets that.
I'll get you.
Yo, what now?
Okay, great. All right, everybody. That was
Nice.
yes, Europa League. I'm gonna move on to the next level of the total UEFA competition, which is the Conference League, and they play conferences. It's big conference. Boring. Yes, indeed, this already did happen. So I mean, we don't even have to talk about it. I'm just gonna say teams that are currently qualified, the top 8: Strasbourg, Rakowskawa, AK Athens, Sparta Praha, Real Vallecano, Shakhtar Donetsk, Mainz, and AK Larnaca. Good for them. So cool. We already went over this other match day a long time ago. It's been finished for a long time. So lovely stuff. I'm sure we can't wait for them. All right, everybody, I'm gonna press this button. Then press this lovely button.
Just when you think he's done everything, he comes up with something even more special.
That's class!
Fantastic. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm gonna press this button. And now we have to go on to the next segment, which is the football memes of the week, brought to you by Raffle Banters. We talk about the breaking football memes in the breaking football world. Can't believe I said it. Crazy. All right, let's see the first meme. So the first football meme is indeed about Real Madrid. And Madrid Extra posted this tweet saying Arda Güler after a substitution when he scored. Always me, because he scored. And someone tweeted against this little post saying, good luck to anyone coaching this team. Never seen a bigger group of entitled brats that are nowhere near as good as they think they are. If I speak, I even All right, moving on to the next level. That's about Tottenham. Sorry, Tottenham fans. So yes, someone tweeted this picture. Thomas Frank in absolute dire frustration. A picture of him looks like he's aging 17 billion years. They said this: last 12 European games, 9 wins. Last 35 Premier League games, 8 wins. What a club! Shake my head. Sad to say, but very true. I don't know. It is what it is. Right, last meme of the week is indeed about Rafinha. And Fabrizio Romano posted a picture of Barcelona agreed a deal to sign Uruguayan 19-year-old left back Patricio Pacifico from Desnosper Sporting. Here we go. And honestly, when I see this picture, I thought it was honestly like a flashback picture of Rafinha, but someone tweeted against saying the same thing I did. He said, why does he look like level 1 Rafinha? It does look like maybe a Rafinha, doesn't he?
He low-key does.
I know, right? Yeah. Okay. We need 2 Rafinhas, anything to save them. This guy won't win Ballon d'Or though. He'll lose to a guy that looks like Dembele. This level 1 Dembele. Okay, enough jokes. Love yourself. Alright, well everybody, that was the football memes of the week, which means we're gonna go on to the last segment of the show, and I'll press this little button. And then press this button first.
Cheers, Jeff.
That was so cool. Alright, well now I can go ahead and press this button because we are now into the... Everybody, welcome to the Golden Goal Show Football Quiz. Let's go ahead and say...
Hi, everyone and everybody to the Golden Goal Show Football Quiz. Aye, Suey. The guests will answer a series of football-related questions to test their Alpha, Beta, Sigma knowledge in football. So whoever has the most correct questions answered by the end of the quiz wins an all-inclusive tropical cruise with Big Benzema. Oh no. JKLOL Stinky, you get a crisp high five. Good luck, lads.
Very nice, very good, very nice. Okay, sorry, that was weird. Right, yes, I apologize to you. I think I got a new protein shake, and it's funny making me like hyper. So. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna stop playing this music. And then press this button. So, the quiz today is indeed about Benfica because, you know, very cool, very nice. The goalkeeper is a goat. All right, question number 1. If you're all ready, let me hear your best Jose Mourinho impersonation. I'm gonna start with Mr. Mourinho. Go.
They have 2. I have 3.
Damn. Very cool.
Is that what he says? Yeah, right. In an interview.
Sure. Okay. Mr. Paulinho, give me your best Jose Mourinho impersonation. 3, 2, 1, go.
You are a specialist in failure.
Damn. Very deep. And Mr. Typical German guy, last but not least, give me your best Jose Mourinho impersonation.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
There we go. That's what I want to hear. Lovely. I don't know why you did Jose Mourinho from Russia, but hey, we like that. Okay, lovely stuff. We can now get into the question. So, first question about Benfica. What is the name of Benfica's home stadium? Is it Estadio da Luz, Estadio José Almeida, or Estadio do Dragão? You have 10 seconds. Estadio da Luz, Estadio José Almeida, or Estadio da Dragão? You have 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna say Luis.
What was the question?
Estadio de Luis.
I'm gonna say Estadio de Luis.
Okay. Benfica's home stadium.
Oh, Stadio de Luz.
Damn.
Is it?
I don't know. What would you say, Mr. Reguinho?
Estadio de Luis.
Fantastic. Hey, actually, you said a
Yeah.
very good Portuguese. I like that. Estado de Luz. Okay. Well, everybody, gives everybody's on their nice little phones. So, sorry. Oh, I made the music go away. I apologize, mate. Well, grand correct answer is indeed it's not Estadio Dragão. It is not Estadio José Almeida. Everybody got it correct. Estadio da Luz. Love that. Good stuff, guys. Right, question number 3. Which bird appears as a symbol on Benfica's crest? Is it a falcon, an eagle, or a hawk? On the crest of the Benfica badge, is it a falcon, eagle, or hawk? You have 10 seconds.
Falcon.
Say everything again.
I'm going to say an eagle.
A falcon, eagle, or hawk?
For what?
Take a
Give
guess.
me eagle.
Okay, good boy.
Sure.
What did you say, Mr. Typical German guy?
Eagle.
Okay. Well, there's an Arsenal player amongst us. So yes, the correct answer is he not a hawk. It is not a falcon. It is an eagle. Which means typical German guy and Paulinho got it correct.
I always knew I liked Benfica.
There we go. Which Benfica legend is nicknamed O Pantera Black? I'm not going to say that word. But yes, is it indeed Rui Costa, Eusebio, or Nuno Gomes? You have 10 seconds. Is it Rui Costa, Eusebio, or Nuno Gomes? Pantero?
Top scorer.
Eusebio.
Did you say top scorer?
Now, who's nicknamed O Pantero Black?
Negro.
Oh, then Eusebio, sure.
Eusebio.
Regina
Say Rui
Jonas.
Costa.
Okay, fantastic. Yes, good guess. The question and the answer is not Nuno Gomes. It is not Rui Costa. Indeed, Eusebio. There we go. Good job, guys. It is 2 to 1. All right. Question number 6. Who is Benfica's biggest domestic rival? Is it Braga, Sporting Lisbon, or is it Boavista? Biggest rival, Braga, Sporting Lisbon, or Boavista. You have 10 seconds.
Sporting Lisbon.
I'm just gonna say Sporting Lisbon.
And say Braga.
All right, correct answer is indeed not. It is not. It is indeed Sporting Lisbon. Very, very good. Okay,
How dare
well,
you.
yes, it is a tiebreaker right now, which means that, actually, you know what, Regino, you're in this too. You're a good boy. Okay, so
Oh, you're cute.
yeah, thanks, you too, mate. All right, so okay, since you guys are big fans, I can't wait to see this one. Right, Mr. Everybody. In which year was Benfica founded? 1898, 1904, and 1912? 1898, 1904, 1912. 10 seconds.
1912.
1912.
What?
I swear to God. Okay, no. 1898, 1904, or 1912.
04.
Okay. We do have a winner. We do have a winner. We do have a winner. I'm going to make this quiet. The winner of the show is indeed the man who has a foot, has hair, and has even more hair, is indeed Mr. Paulinho, who won because Benfica was founded in 1904.
Wait, 2000. Wait,
Because what?
when was it formed?
Benfica was
Or
founded.
when Benfica? Back in 04?
It was formed in 04?
Yeah.
I did, Mr. Paulinho.
Damn.
Yeah, how do you not know that?
Sorry. I just started watching football last year. I'm sorry.
Thanks for apologizing.
Was watching football 1905 or 1912. Come on. Nice. Okay, love this stuff. Counter press is perfect. And then this one.
What is that?
Okay, well, yeah, that's the show basically. Oh no, we're not doing that right now. But yes, everybody, we can now say and very sadly say that, that was indeed the show. Very sad. Okay. Well, Mr. Paulinho, thank you so much for joining, mate. Congratulations on the win. How do you feel about life?
Really?
Yes. Good.
Well,
Huh?
okay.
Yes. Mr. Aquino,
Nice.
what about you, mate? Congratulations on losing very badly.
Me?
Yeah,
I'm just glad my headphones didn't screw up again.
they did once. They did one time. Relax.
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad.
That's true. It's true. I'm proud of you, mate. There. It was just
I thought it was pretty bad.
Okay, fantastic.
All right, Paulinho,
Right.
those are fighting words, my guy.
All right, settle it tomorrow on the pitch. Well, Mr. Typical, thank you for joining us, well, too. I know this was supposed to be an hour, but it turned into 2 hours, as usual. No surprise.
Sikazaka.
Yes, love that. Yes, everybody, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Without any further ado, let's say in 3, you want to repeat after me. 1, love,
One.
football.
Love football.
Soccer.
I'm not going to put that in. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.